you'd mentioned there people might need their guns if somebody wants to force them to get a jab.
Yeah.
I think that's where I've seen the biggest distance from you, at least on Twitter and social media, from the typical left. And unfortunately, the pandemic and the vaccine and everything has become a pseudo-partisan issue, where people have drawn lines based on politics of where they fall on mandates, vaccine passports, vaccine mandates, and stuff like that. You've taken the libertarian approach against government mandates, against forced vaccination, and against passports. What brought you to that conclusion?
I mean, honestly, that's just a foregone conclusion to me as a civil libertarian. I mean, that you don't force people to make a personal fucking medical choice. Like, I think that should be obvious. And it was really interesting to me during my campaign. I actually had like some medical freedom people come to me and say, do you support medical freedom? Because nobody else did in the Democratic race. And they're like, do you support medical freedom? If you do, we'll vote for you. And I'm like, okay, yes, I fucking do. Of course I do. And and I don't know how much of a vote that got me, but they spread my name around their groups and all this stuff. And it was just basically anti-vax kind of medical freedom-ish thing. I'm not really sure what it was, but I was like, yes, of course, nobody should mandate that you get a vaccine, certainly not the government. I mean, that's just not, I don't like that. And they're like, okay, great. But yeah, I mean, it's just sort of obvious to me. I mean, I think it has really brought out the libertarian versus authoritarian, spectrum more than left, right. So that's kind of what you're seeing is that oh, actually, most Democrats and Republicans are very authoritarian.
I think most people are very authoritarian.
Yeah, I mean, it's really easier in some ways, I guess.